reversing letters and strings, binary strings, and valid sequences of parentheses. Hello world, and this is versus Codewars. Here is a function that takes a string argument and reverses each word in the string and each letter in the word. All spaces in the string should be retained. Let's go ahead and get started this. First, let's go ahead and use a regular expression to get all the words and the space sequences in the string, and we can do that with this. Const matches equals str.match. And the regular expression we'll use is we'll use a capture group that captures either all white space in the string or all letter sequences in the string. Let's go ahead and console.log that and see what that looks like. As you see, I've got this string here with multiple spaces in it. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Reverse words. And as you can see, we have each of the words and each of the space sequences in the string separated into an array. What we can do from here, we'll go ahead and return matches.map. Go ahead and pass in our word. What we'll do is word.split into its separate characters, and then reverse.join with a blank string. We'll take that resulting array and we'll call reverse on that, and then we'll join that together with a blank string. Let's have a look at what this looks like. And as you can see, we now have our string reversed, each of its words reversed as well. Let's go ahead and submit this. And try to submit it. And we have a problem. Fox jumps over the lazy dog. Okay, give me one. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna comment this out here first. Actually, let's go ahead and not comment that out first. Let's just go ahead and return that array and see what's going on here. Alright, what is this calling for again? Oh, okay. We actually do not reverse that. Let's go ahead and try it now. I misread the instructions here. Let's try that again. Still having problems. It's because our regex is not capturing punctuation. Okay. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. What I did was I was attempting to use the regex to capture all the words in it. I should have used this character class to match anything that's not a space. Let's go ahead and try this. And I think this is right. Let's go ahead and try submitting this. And it looks like we are good. Regular expressions are quite the beast, are they not? Two regular expression character classes used in this kata are the slash lowercase s, which looks for spaces and other white spaces, and slash capital S, which looks for anything that's not a space. I certainly need to learn how to master regular expressions and when to use them, because it seems that whenever I think I need a regular expression in a kata, I could have simply implemented it in a way that did not use regular expressions. This will be interesting. This function, given two numbers, will add the two numbers together and then return the binary representation of its sum as a string. Let's go ahead and get started here. First, we'll go ahead and add the two numbers together, a plus b. Then what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and coerce the sum into an unsigned integer by using the bitwise shift coercion operator. What we'll go ahead and do is hit return sum greater than 0. And then what we'll go ahead and do is we're going to return that as a string. We're going to call it toString. And then, as you can see, toString accepts one argument, the radix, which pretty much represents the base of the number string representation. As you know, binary is base 2, so we're going to go ahead and pass in 2 here. We're going to go ahead and feed that into node. And we have our desired answer, 1110. What we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go ahead and feed that into Codewars now. And let's submit it. And we've got a problem here. Should for random inputs as well. Okay. Wonder if I just go ahead and remove this then. And we're good. What you saw in the initial submission to this kata was something called the unsigned right shift bitwise operator. It takes a number and it shifts it a certain number of bits, but the result is coerced into an unsigned integer. The problem with this kata, however, is that some of the random tests that are used when submitting it use negative numbers, and this operator coerces those numbers into positive integers, causing some problems with the testing. What I did was I got rid of the bitwise operator and just put sum.toString with a base of 2. There is a detailed explanation of this operator and an answer on Stack Overflow, which I will link to in the description box below. Here is a function that, given a string, returns true or false depending on whether that string contains a valid sequence of parentheses. Alright, let's go ahead and keep track of the parenthesis branch. Let branch equals 0. We're going to go ahead and iterate through each character of the string for let I equals 0, I is less than just str.length plus I. And I could do... Actually, I have another idea. Let's put our regular expression muscles to work here. Const matches equals str.match. And we're going to look for our parentheses. Let's go ahead and log that to the console and see what that looks like. Node valid parentheses .js. Yep, and it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and iterate through these matches here. For const a match of matches console.log match. Just to be sure I have that right here. Sometimes I get my 4 ofs and my 4 ins confused. Let's go ahead and if match is equal to the opening parentheses, we're going to go ahead and increment branch by 1. Else if the match is equal to a closing parenthesis, we're going to go ahead and hit branch minus minus. And at the end of the day, we're going to go ahead and return true if branch is equal to 0. Because if it's equal to 0, then we have a valid sequence of parentheses. Let's punch this in and see what this looks like here. Node valid parentheses. And we get true, false, false, true. That is what we were expecting to see from the examples here. Alright, let's go ahead and submit this bad boy to Codewars. And try to submit it. What? Matches is not iterable. Okay, let's go ahead and iterate, see what's going on here. Console.log matches. Let's review our... Let's iterate through... no. Okay. If it's null, we can assume that the string has no parentheses in it, so we can return true. Alright, let's go ahead and test that here first. Generally good programming practice, I think. Let's copy that little implementation into our Kata and try submitting. Still no dice. Expected false, instead got true. Okay. What's going on here? I assume these are null. Let's go ahead and console.log that null. Just to confirm our suspicions here. Let's hit attempt. Expected false, instead got true. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and for these ones, console.log matches branch. Yup. We're going to go ahead and add a clause here. Anytime this closing parentheses brings our branch below 0, we return false. If branch is less than 0, return false. We'll take that into our Kata here. Run the tests. And submit. And we are good. I assumed that some of the tests in this kata would involve strings that included more than just parentheses. So what I did first was use a regular expression to match only opening and closing parentheses. I figured that would save a lot of time iterating over just the parentheses rather than every character in the string and determining if that string had a valid sequence of parentheses. And that's going to do it for this episode of Versus Codewars. If you liked the video, drop a like and subscribe to my channel for more episodes. If you feel there's anything I can do to improve my code, feel free to make suggestions in the comments below. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next episode of Versus Codewars.